morning, folks. Sorry, there was no Indie Truck Davy this morning. Um, just to give you an update, at 08:10 a.m. this morning, the Serious Crime Squad came to my front door and arrested me under Section 1 of the Criminal Justice Act Scotland, where I was taken to Motherwell Police Station, where I was then charged under Section 12 of the UK 2000 Terrorism Act. So we went from being an extremist to being a bloody terrorist. And I believe that my colleague and co-presenter, Mr. Milligan, is in Clydebank Cop Shop right now, where he is also being charged under the Terrorism Act. So remember on the 7th of July when we said we supported Palestine action and that, don't worry, they're not coming for you, they're coming for me and David. Well, they came for me and David. So the two Davies have both been arrested and charged under the UK Terrorism Act 2000. I mistakenly thought it was a 2012 Act, but it's no. It's a 2000 Act. So we've now been released with no restrictions on myself. I imagine the same will be for David. And we are now subject to a report to the Procurator Fiscal's office, where the Crown Office will decide whether or not to take any further action against myself and the other David. So we'll have something to talk about with you tomorrow afternoon when our current affairs programme goes live at 4 p.m. So, folks, I guess I'm now on the watch list officially. I guess the other David's now on the watch list officially for giving moral support to a group who have been mistreated by this UK administration, who have overstretched their powers in relation to the 2000 Terrorism Act. To be fair to the police, they were wonderful. I was a bit of a knob when they chapped my door this morning, but I did apologise for that. It was a bit abrupt when they chapped my door this morning, and he scared the hell out of Charlie Cap. But I'm on my way home now, and I guess normal service will resume tomorrow morning, folks. Because I haven't been able to write a show this morning. I was in process of studying the newspapers and getting background into the headlines when my door get chapped. So basically that's it, folks. So for the 100 of you that are watching at the moment, you can let everybody else know that the reason why there wasn't an Indie Truck Davy programme this morning is because Indie Truck Davy was busy being charged under the 2000 Terrorism Act. So this ought to be interesting. I look forward to receiving my fixed penalty notice because I don't see this one going in front of a judge. But we did say on July the 7th, don't worry about whatever is we do, it'll be us they come for, it will be you guys. And to be fair, it was us they came for. It took them a while, but they came for us. But here's a kicker, folks. The two people who came to arrest me this morning were from the Serious Crime Squad. Really? The Serious Crime Squad to lift me for expressing a view and expressing more support for a group who mistreated by the UK administration. You really couldn't. I'm sitting in a taxi at the moment, making my way home, folks. I'm being very careful to make sure I don't get any details of the vehicle or the driver or anything else in the video. So you can only see my coupon and a seatbelt. So there you go, folks. So I'll speak to David shortly when he gets out the cop shop. To be fair, they were very quick. They were very concise. They highlighted the video in which we had stated that we were encouraging news people to support and put up on your Facebook pages and your social media that you support Palestine action. So we did say at the time, if they're going to come for anybody, they're going to come for them because we're the presenters of the programme. And well, they came for us. As I say, we'll see where it goes for here. I'm afraid Madam Director's left her work and is at home pulling her hair out, wondering if I'm going to be gone for the next 14 years. Because that's the maximum sentence for supporting Palestine action, folks. Even moral support can get you locked up for 14 years. Because as you know, folks, we're no registered members of Palestine Action, and we don't give money to Palestine Action. And it was actually just a protest against the overreach of the Westminster government, you should be aware. So that overreach has now reached into my home, and I don't take that lightly. I don't take that lightly. The overreach of the Westminster government has now reached beyond the door of my home. And when the prescription of Palestine Action is overturned, the 2,000 or 3,000 of us who've all been arrested moral support to the group, I imagine that the 3,000 of us will get together and we will sue the arse off of this Westminster government for their overreach. So when they do overturn the prescription of Palestine Action, and they will, we'll be suing the arse off the Westminster government for their overreach. In the meantime, it's a waiting brief, folks. It's a waiting brief to see whether the Procurator Fiscal is actually going to send us out a fixed penalty notice, or whether we're going to be dragged into court and locked up for 14 years. And as you know, folks, there have been some prominent journalists and activists. Some prominent journalists and activists have been locked up for reporting on these things. So I don't imagine that David and I will be getting sent to jail. If anything, we maybe get a fixed penalty notice for some sort of civil disobedience, I suppose. I guess I'll be a bit like getting 3 points in your driving licence. So I'm going to end the stream here, folks. I'm glad that 114 years have managed to catch it in the last couple of minutes. Share this around. Let people in the movement know that Mr. Milligan and I have been arrested under the Terrorism Act 2000. They say it was quite cool. Arrested under Section 1 of the Criminal Justice Act, detained under Section 7 of the Criminal Justice Act, charged under Section 12 of the Terrorist Act 2000, and bailed on a couple of hours, folks. It wasn't bad. And I have to say that the police were very courteous, and they were really good considering it was a terrorism squad. They were really nice. And the staff at Motherwell Police Office were absolutely fantastic. And I don't know who it is that makes a tea in the cells down there. I'm not a tea drinker, but Jesus, that guy makes a good cup of tea. Right, folks, I'm away home to make sure the dragon's all right. I'll see you all tomorrow morning at 10:30. Don't be late. I'll be taking